Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning to everybody, all the Ambazonians all over the world. The Ambazonians in the refugee camps in Nigeria. I salute you people. The Ambazonians on ground zero. I salute you people and thank you very much for the victories that people have been recording these past weeks. Okay, today Mr. Hopes has come up again to throw some light on certain small issues that are taking place. You know, because with information, there's hopes. But if there's no information, people lost hopes. So Mr. Hopes will always be coming up to give you people, information of the events as they pass with time in order to create hopes in the Ambazonians who are almost reaching the point of their, departure, where they must have their independence. Okay, so today I will discuss on certain small few points, which is closed door negotiations by American and French, that is France. IP said no and gave conditions. A handful of victories in Abbas land. It is said that USA and France diplomatic representatives are in Yaoundé and are looking for ways to negotiate or to carry out inclusive dialogue with the IG behind doors. But the IG under President Sako made it clear that for any inclusive dialogue or negotiations, the following conditions must be fulfilled. 1. The IG, under the president of Sako, Samuel Sako, emphasized that a successful inclusive dialogue must address the root cause of the problems, such as recommended by the United Nations, the OAU, and the Commonwealth representatives. 2. The former British Southern Cameroon's Ambazonia delegation led by the IG should be inclusive of civil societies, opinion leaders, religious personalities, and traditional leaders. Under no circumstances should the Republic appoint as surrogates to represent former Southern Cameroons. 3. All Ambazonians kidnapped, arrested, sentenced, or detained in prison, or other detainees in other detention centers as a result of the crisis must be released unconditionally. La République must dismilitarize the whole territory of former British Southern Cameroons, that is Ambazonia, to create a suitable climate for meaningful negotiations or inclusive dialogue. Number 5, the dialogue should be held in a mutually accepted venue out of the Republic of Cameroon. because A. La République has bound all groups that were negotiating, that were on the negotiation table with her. B. She arrested and jailed dialogue partners straight away from the dialogue table. C. She illegally crossed her territorial borders, adopted and jailed Southern Cameroonians, asylum seekers in Nigeria. 6. Any dialogue between the partners have to take place in the presence of representatives of the United Nations, the African Union, and the Commonwealth of Nations. 8. The government of the United Kingdom shall be party to the talks, given the role she played as the admitting authority at the decolonization of British Southern Cameroons. This is what was in the release and signed by President Sako. So you can see that now it has come to that point that the world is bypassing even La République, because you know the République people are criminals. They will never accept to negotiate because they know negotiations, they will not have any chance, you know, to back themselves up. They will not have any chance to back themselves up because we must have the independence. So now, with the pressure of the world on La République, they are still standing adamant not to negotiate or to go in for inclusive dialogue with the Ambazonians. So the United Nations, or let me say the USA, that's America, and France representatives are now in Cameroon, and they are trying to go behind us to negotiate with the ID, with the IP. That is President Sako and the IG, interim government. The President Sako, being who he is and who will know he can never, you know, betray this struggle, he just tell them the condition, he gave them the conditions for these negotiations to take place, for this inclusive dialogue to take place. And those were the conditions that I just read. So, at least this is another good step, since international or foreign countries are coming in to emphasize on, you know, negotiations or inclusive dialogue. Okay. In another domain, a handful of successes were recorded by the Ambazonian Defense Forces in the southern zone last week. On the 23rd of June 2018, confrontations in Konye, the headquarters of the Konye sub-division, along the Mafe Road, 32 kilometers from Kumba. The Ambazonian Restoration Force Self-Defense Forces launched an attack at the brigade in Konye, killing 73 B occupational forces of La République. Uncounted Jadams mass massacre is going on in Konye. It should be noticed that these very people that are being killed now is a very good thing, because these are the people who are still continuing to burn the villages. They have burned close to, you know, close to 80 or 90 villages has been burned down to ash. And if you leave these people, you don't kill them, when you are in war, you don't kill them, you sorry them, they will finish to burn all the rest of the villages. So they must be always be killed at any opportunity that the self-defense forces have. They have to kill them, because if not, so they will burn the old people and those who cannot run, those who are sick inside the houses in the villages, because they are still burning more and more of the villages. So this was a good success in Konye on the 23rd of June. That is last week. 2 armored cars had just vanished in the thin air, just to realize they are in Kumba, divisional town of the Mehmet division. No casualties, no casualties, no casualties is registered from the Ambazonians self-defense forces. So no person was injured among the Ambazonian self-defense forces. That was a very good thing. Water to water, man no run. The corps of the La Republique, dangerous, forces were who burned down villages and old people and caused a massacre in the Ambazonians. Even steal some of their properties are now still lying there in Konye. These corpses of those people were killed. Those 73 people are still lying there in Konye. Because there is no way. There is no means of transporting, them to the Republic. There is no means, because the roads that are blocked. There is no means of transportation. They are still there, lying in Konye. I, Mr. Hopes, Prince Ayamba Lawrence, extend my condolences, to those who were, in short, even injured a bit. Okay. Congratulations. Congratulations to the Ambazonia forces in Konye. I extend my congratulations to the Ambazonia forces in Konye. The colonial gendarme Miri commander of Mutengene, Mr. Mosho Adamu, was arrested yesterday, the 24th of June 2018, by the Ambazonian self-defense forces. Mutengene population have no safety for now. Yes, it is said also that the commander of the gendarmerie of the Mutengene, in Mutengene, Mr. Mosho Adamu, was arrested yesterday, the 24th of June 2018, by the Ambazonian self-defense forces. Furthermore, in the southern zone, most of the councils are closed down, ungovernable. Most of the councils are closed down. This is a very good thing, because all these councils are La Republique du Cameroon's mayor who are found there. Most of the councils are closed down. Most of the councils are closed down, and their mayors have all escaped, and others in their hidings. As a result of the success of the Ambazonia self-defense forces. Yes. In the southern zone, most of the councils have been closed down because of the extreme fighting, shooting of guns. All the mayors have escaped. Even at times, the mayors are even saying that it is risky, for them to go to the council, because if you want to go back to the council, you know that you are just going to look for your own death. So I will put a video so that you will hear what is said concerning the council.
Thanks, ladies and gentlemen, for staying with us into the second segment of this edition of the news. I told you in the headlines, several mayors in crisis-stricken southwest region of Cameroon have been forced out of their offices by the Anglophone crisis, which has continued deepening. Many of them have seen their communities destroyed as a result of gun battles, and of course, houses being burnt down and other properties destroyed. Some of them who spoke to our Southwest correspondent, Derek Jackal, said they and their communities are in a desperate and devastating situation. Details in the report. The Ambazonian Defense Forces have closed down most councils in the southwest region. And the affected mayors are on the run. People are on the run, including the mayor. As soon as during daylight, people are on the run, including the mayor. So, the situation is Chief Bate Epe Robert, mayor of Tinto, a council in Manu Division, appeared from his undisclosed hideout and painted the picture on the ground. And I am saying here that even though it's just because people have changed the way and those who are standing around cannot go to the office because people are organizing those offices. The purpose of this, that they can't not function. I told you that I'm not going to my office for the past 1 month. I don't want to talk to the other person. I know that people are not going to the office for the past 2 months. Today, the national.
Okay, that is the message over the radio station announcing about the council. How most of the councils have been closed down. Mostly, some of the, some of the mayors have escaped. Most of the mayors, nearly all of the mayors in the council have escaped, and they are in their hidings because of the war which is going on. Yeah, in the southern zone. Additionally, Saturday the 23rd of June 2018 in Batibo, in the northern zone, the Ambazonian Self-Defense Forces, known as the Terminators, led by General Oyambe Dada alias Commando, launched an attack on 2 military camps in broad daylight, killing about 50 La République. ARMIES. Okay. And only 3 of the Ambazonian Self-Defense Forces were killed, and some were wounded. That is in Batibo, the northern zone. The Terminators, that is the Ambazonian Self-Defense Forces, known as the Terminators in Batibo, attacked 2 camps, and 50 La République, terrorists were put down. But unfortunately, we also lost. We have some few casualties. That is 3 Ambazonians were killed and some were also injured. It was a battle that lasted the whole day of the 23rd of June 2018. That was 2 days ago. The commander of the Batibo, Jana Mary, called for reinforcement from Bamenda at several occasions. They could not stop these boys from killing. They could not stop these boys from killing. You know, we will say, may the souls of the, you know, the souls of those Ambazonian freedom fighters who died in Vatibo, may their soul rest in peace. As presently they are, you know, they are mourning their 3 armies, self-defense armies that died. Okay, later I'll put a small audio so that you can hear how the, you know, or I'll just explain. It is an advice to the loving mothers of Amberland who have young babies. This is an advice to the loving mothers of Amberland who have young babies. Because La République, terrorists showed armies are taking little kids, little babies, and killing them. They take little baby, they kidnap or they take little babies and kill them and go to the head, you know, the entrance of the village or the town and bury them there. This is the ritual that they are making now. Because this happened also in Vatibo. It happened in Vatibo on the 23rd. January 23rd. They make this ritual in order to suppress the power of the Amazonian forces. And it is said that this also happened some months ago, about 2 months ago, in Equirimindi. No, in the Kolotiti, where the chief took, I don't know if he bought or he took 2 little young babies, you know, young girls who are still virgin. He took them and killed them and went and buried them at the entrance of the village. And it caused a lot of problem, and you know, the chief has even escaped from the village, from Ekolotiti. So not that La République, they are carrying out rituals also now, terrible rituals, in order to suppress the powers of the Ambazonia fighters. This is a very strong message to the mothers, that you should take care of their kids, their little children, so that they should not leave them loose. Because the Republic armies, they are prepared to kidnap, carry the children away and kill them to make ritual. Okay. La République military are now refusing. La République military, most of them are refusing to go to the war, to Ambazonia. Most of them are refusing now to go to the battlefield in Ambazonia. So, some of the militaries were asked to go to the war in the battlefield in Ambazonia. When they refused, they were forced, they caught them and chained them and put them inside the military truck that should go there. Chain them. You see? They caught them by force and chained them and put them inside the military truck and forced them to go for the war. Most of the armies are refusing now to go because I've seen the danger which is there to go. You go and you are killed there for nothing, no good cause. Because of an old dictatorial president who have been for close to 40 years in power. Obia, you go and lose your life. So most of them now have started refusing to go. It should also be noted that the US embassy in La République refused to give visa to the female army football team, which was about going to the United States to play, which has a tournament to play in the United States. They refused them visa. That is a good example, so that America started taking steps towards the government of the Republic because of this genocide they are causing, the armies are causing. They refused to give them visa. The female military football team in Ambazonia, in the Republic of Cameroon, they went for a visa in the embassy, American embassy, they refused them visa. That is a good step. There is also a plan, as I can tell you people. There is also a plan. That is why you see Atangaji is not running his mouth again as he was running his mouth. There is also a plan behind the door to dismiss Atangaji from the government. He was joking probably, I don't know. There's a plan to dismiss Atangaji from the government. That he is not fit to lead the delegation to visit the refugees in Nigeria. There are plans to dismiss him as minister since he is no more popular to the Ambazonians, and want to replace him with another Ambazonia slave to Pobia. So they are looking for ways to dismiss Atangaji since he has become unpopular with Ambazonia. So they are looking for a way to replace him with another Ambazonia slave of Pobia, Pobia slave in Ambazonia. They are looking for another one to replace him, who can come as a good Ambazonia, who is representing Pobia, to come and convince the Ambazonia, so that they can hear from him if they go to the Nigeria, refugee camps, so that they can hear, they can convince the refugees. But let me just tell Pobia that every action that he does, it will not work. Furthermore, there are plans for a meeting by Nijomfu and Pobia to be held, or to hold a secret talks. Nijomfu and Pobia are planning to hold a secret talks. We are always saying Nijomfu like that. That Nijomfu is with Pobia, close with Pobia. Even though he's running his mouth like that, he's close to Pobia. They are aiming to send people whom they can consider dignified people. They are prepared to send people who they consider dignified people, such as Nijomfu, Kadnatumi, Mbombojoya, the Lamidos, and others who have credibility in the eyes of the Republic to come and address the Ambazonia population. They are looking out for all means to look for people who can come and convince the Ambazonia population so that they can cool down, keep their arms down. They know election is coming, because the election will not hold. They are looking for all means. That is why they say they are looking for people like Nijomfu, Kadatumi, Mbombojoya, the Lamidos, and others who can come and convince the Ambazonians to put down their arms. The Pobia is forgetting that he has to go and stop the war, not the matter of telling people to put on go and declare the end of the war. Then you can talk about people putting down their arms. We the Ambazonia are informing the Republic as a whole, and Pobia in particular, that there is nobody in the world who can come and speak to the Ambazonia people to change the minds from fighting for their independence. No person in this world can come, be it from the Republic or from anywhere, or from Ambazonia, to come and tell the people to stop fighting for their independence. Because we have to fight and fight till we have the independence. Yes. Thanks very much to all the self-defense forces on ground zero. Mr. Hope has much hopes on you people, that you people are doing the best we can do, and we pray that you people will take us to Boya, because you people are doing the best because of the successes that you people have been recording in the past days and the past year. So we are very, very happy. May God bless you people. Please do not listen to any politician. Don't listen to any politician. All of them are thieves, killers. Now the election is coming. Now the election is coming up. Each and everyone is looking for ways to gain popularity. The election is coming up. You see now all the politicians, everybody is struggling to gain popularity. At first, none of them was talking about the war. None of them. They just left us like that. They were killing us and going for 2 years, killing us, burning houses, refugee, everything, just killing, kidnapping, doing this. None of them spoke. It's only now that the election is coming, they are speaking. Ni Jongfu is with Paul Biya. For close to 2 years, he did not say anything to condemn Paul Biya as he declared war, even to go and see the refugees. Since he knows very soon they will be looking for those to come and represent the Ambazonians for negotiations or for inclusive dialogue. He is now running his mouth up and down, of which he is with Paul Biya. He's saying, if he was a young man, if I was a young man, I would have also carried a gun. Is it not a word of a traitor? They should condemn Paul Biya. They should condemn Paul Biya for Paul Biya should pay for crimes cost. You did not declare the war at the beginning, right up to close to 2 years. You did not declare that, condemn the war. You need your freedom, not condemn the war. It's only that the election is coming. You are shouting. We know you. You are a friend to Paul Biya for long. You've been eating with him, one place, drinking. He says, if he was still a young person, he would have carried up the gun also. If he puts into table, if Ni Jongfu is put into table to negotiate, he's going to fail us. He will take money from bribes. He will take bribe from Paul Biya. Let the Ambazonia just know. Ni Jongfu, if they allow him to just sit on table for negotiation, know that we are gone. Ni Jongfu he will take bribe because he's used to it. Akeremuna's father sold the Southern Cameroonian. That is Akeremuna's father, St. Muna. He sold the Southern Cameroonians with others to La République. And when his father was asked, what can we do for your people? When his father, Akeremuna's father, was asked, that is St. Muna, what can we do for your people? Do you know what he said? He said he wanted a good prison yard for his people. Because his people are so stubborn. Akeremuna's father said he wanted a good prison yard to be built in Bamenda for his people. The northern zone, because his people are so stubborn. And that is what Paul Biya did. He built it. The best prison yard is built in Bamenda. Instead of a man like that saying that we need good roads, we need good hospital, we need good infrastructure for schools, medical care hospitals, all that things. He said he wanted the best prison yard for the Bamda people. And now Keremuna is going up and down politics, saying politics. Who will even look at you? Now Keremuna is saying he went and saw the leaders. He went and saw our leaders. If you see our leaders, bring us proofs. Because now it's time for politics. Everybody is struggling to gain popularity. If you saw a leader, we believe you have seen him, but bring us proof. Anybody can also say, I went there and saw him. So, but we need proof. Please show us pictures that you spoke with them or anything like that. When the election is coming, every politician stands up and tells lies. Tell lies. Try to create situation so that after election, they forget about everything. Now, Pobia is fooling the dull people. Fooling the dull people. The dull people have ever realized on earth. These chief elites from Manu and Bamenda, the Northwest also, and Boya. People like Tabetando, people like Atangaji, people like Mukete, people like Doki Mukete, the son. So many of them. So many of them. Ngole and the rest is fooling them to, let they contribute money. Because all this money is money that they stole from the government. They stole, and for years, they have always been enjoying from the government, stealing and stealing. So they can give it back to Paul Biya. They don't know that Paul Biya is looking for this money because Paul Biya, this money, Paul Biya is short of monies. He wants monies to continue to fight the war. He's lacking monies. He wants money to carry out his campaign for election. Paul Biya cannot be looking for money to go and help the refugee. That will never happen. Paul Biya is looking for monies for his campaign. Monies to buy arms. If Paul Biya was serious, he was a serious man that he really wanted, to help the refugees or, let those in the forest to come back, he would have gone to where he declared the war, in the airport, where he declared the war last year, and declared that the war has ended. He declared the end of the war. Then he can start talking, about negotiations. Negotiations on the table. Negotiations on the table, and withdraw the troops. Withdraw the troops and also the colonial administrators from Ambazonia. And release all the prisoners. Prisoners from Ambazonia that have been captured. Everybody released. And finally, he can come for negotiation. For the terms of the independence. Then we can now be talking about if you can want to visit the refugee, you can visit the refugees, or you can give the monies to the IG, the 12.7 billion, you can give it to IG to pay for damages caused, or indemnities caused by the war. That would have been a good thing. So let's not think that we are fools. The war will never end. We'll continue the war. Continue the war till we reach Moya. God bless all the Ambazonians. The continuity, the truth of the massacre. Yeah, I'll just continue with the truth of the massacre because I ended it last time. I had some mix up, so I not finished with the with the voice audio to show about people who can talk the truth about the massacre, the story. So I will try and put it so that you people can hear the audio that was made by somebody who also missed, that particular massacre in Menka, which was organized by the chief's brother, the chief's son, Atanganji, and others.
Hello, brothers and sisters of Ambazonia. My heart really heavy since the day with all the blood the 12 come. In fact, I don't hide my hide for bush because my own life be at stake. What did happen that day? Like you would not if you just imagine. I never believe myself say, Chief, a whole chief for this village, like ye don't all listen there. So Chief be the person who thinks if things and they have wrong go high for palace. But if Chief don't be this kind of person, my mommy, my papa, then my brother, my sister, then it's terrible. When I hear all that lie, they lie so. It be for that day. I be before then, when we don't be done the course of inside village, more come register for Ambazonian soldier. Okay, for that day, I began I became my small in them. I began to go through my trap them for fun. I gave small in them for doing. I don't go come back. I'm not even coming again. A call from my memory again say it is so good for gold. So I take my blanket. I buy my soap. I did for water. They wash my blanket because my clothes away. They be dirty. My Sunday clothes them. So as I don't wash that clothes them, I see Chief. First, the motor where they come. I see the motor, a strange motor. No one with the motor. But Chief, they inside the motor. Chief, they call me for my papa name. He can't stand call me. Say, but why me I not come go register? I said, I need the king go at the camp. Okay, as I jerk my head up at the top of the me the king go at the camp. They go as they go. But they really want to rush on top them. But they soap up the wash my blanket day. It just disappeared from my eye. You see, I got the big things then. I find that soap so they walk inside water so they go reach down for that place so that small cave they did. As I go reach that place where that cave they did, I not see go further because of that cave. I don't see that soap. I don't come back again to find that soap. I will believe that soap don't fall for inside cave. So at the walk again they come back. As they come back, with that vex. I don't find that soap for more than 2 hours. I don't vex, say my soap don't melt for inside water. I come home, I want to try now for see how I feel even gather the blanket for good and fast. I want to touch the blanket, the soap come off for inside, fall for that. I take that soap that time. But I don't spend like 2 hours only for finding. I wash that blanket. As I wash that blanket, squeeze them, I try to even sun on top grass. Before make the water drain for inside, then I go palace, then I go meet up them, then before I then come back. My mommy, as I sun that I dey still struggle for open that blanket for I hear gone. I hear that gun. I run enter back again for water. My skin shake. I hear only how that gun be holler. I don't walk after inside water, climb go for side up for that place that fall they. So I climb now for that, go for inside that fall. Then I dig down inside that fall, water the fall for the other side, then I dig for the other side. I look. I dig for that place okay. I want to see that same motor where Chief be passing inside. So if come off for that side with some speed, the speed that motor pass with them, if man be said pass corner with that motor for dinner. that motor pass on. Once again, the motor come back. All I think they say soldier then come the cause that people themselves said they did for inside that hotel where they killed that people there for this one. They did for that same place where they killed that people. Now lie all that night they say the cause soldier before soldier won't come. All they call all that picking them, they give them chop, give them window for that hotel. See me, they don't worry, they will take other country. Through them say they be part of Ambazonia. They will not witchcraft people them. They give them all that in them. Oh, Papa God. They chop all that in them. They just get how much they spend for the that same soldier, the way they kill that picking them, they be the only for the. And that same soldier, they be the chop with them. They wake up, they can kill them. Okay, when you don't bad, they picking away the even because they did them plenty. Picking they start run. So they kill someone themselves outside. Someone themselves run. Wait, yes, wait. So they do everything for finish all the way they be there for the. Why? I not don't see this kind of thing. When I hear that lie, we check the license. It not like that. The license they not them not even shake. But not be for your head. All with the family. People they are picking blood to go off for your head.
Okay, that is the story of one guy who not only missed the massacre, the genocide in Menka. Is explaining the reality, what really passed. Because it started in my last video. I started, I put the audio, but he did not finish the explanation. So I decided to, put the audio so that we can complete the listening what he said. And there's also another audio also which I can put concerning the Menka genocide. Let me see if I can put it.
According to what I hear, reading on social media, they said Atanganji make meet some guys and then with one betrayer in them, so that they want to form a group of Santa group to it's the first group now to defend Santa. So that's how they gather those guys until those guys were many like that. So those guys were many like that. They went to the chief palace and collect all the guns there, and then they were not having the gun. No. They were just trying to see how they can mobilize themselves. So after now, Atangaji now to prove to President Paul Biya that he's doing a good job, all the kind of things. Then the betrayer now went and told Atangaji when they were rallied together, all of them. So he sent the soldiers to kill them so that it should be like, they have killed Amba soldiers, all those kind of things. But unfortunately, those guys were not with gun. Nobody was having any gun there. So that's what happened. And it was a complot with Chief of Santa. That's what I'm hearing. They said even up to now, they're still discovering dead bodies in the bushes. Yeah, they say it's more than 20 years, it's about 40. Telling you, it's huge that have been killed in Santa there.
And even the chief of Santa has escaped. He has escaped from the village. It's no more there. The chief of Menka. Okay. I end for today. God bless everybody who listened to this, the small discussion I had. God bless the ground forces who are doing a very nice job for defending the kids, mothers, fathers, and their neighborhoods. They are doing a good job, and we have seen the reaction of their job because the whole world is now focusing on the Ambazonia struggle, and we are praying that this struggle should be short-lived, so that we can be in Boya, all of us, and rejoice. Okay, and so far, thank you very much for listening. Share this information. Forward the message. Share, press the share button. Press the share button. Sign in. Thank you. God bless everybody. Thanks for today.